Hey folks, welcome to my channel. Lately I've been thinking a lot about desire and our that flame inside us that pushes us or pulls us um, to certain things in reality, be it instinctual survival, that primal animal survival instinct, or other things that seem more trivial. Um, it's very fascinating how, at the same time, we're all built in with these inherent desires. Yet, masters in the past have told us many times that this is the root of all existential suffering. Yet, um, this is something that is deeply ingrained in us, and um, all of our actions seems to stem from one desire or another. And so, Um, that's why I think it's really a great thing if you could sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what do I really want life to be? What would I like life to be? What would I create life if I had the power to change anything in life? How would I change it? And why would I want to change it? That is the real question um, that I've found. If you go deep enough into why you're doing things and why you choose actions, it can really be an enlightening experience. And so, all the time, we all have desires. Um, but lately, if you're around in the world, uh, so many people want to tell you what you should be desiring or what you shouldn't be desiring. And a lot of people will tell you this and saying, oh, this is it for your own good. This is what um, has led to my happiness. But realize that everyone's desire is going to be different. Although there is one universal desire to feel complete. You see, when we have a desire for ice cream or alcohol or anything like this, we're trying to meet that desire for wholeness, for completeness. If I just had this ice cream, or if I just had this, bottle of whiskey, that would really complete me. And we don't think about that when we're in it. We're just thinking, oh, this is what I do. This is what I love. I love this. But really, it's it's a great thing to be able to sit down and realize where these actions are coming from and to really understand the undercurrent of desire that is constantly flowing through your life. Um, so the problem is, the really tricky part is like I was saying, people always telling you what you should desire, be it through advertisement or just interpersonal relationships. Um, you know, People are always trying to grab your attention uh, because they're trying to fulfill their own desires, be it the expansion of wealth or if you've ever worked for a large corporation, where their interests lie. Their interests lie in expanding growth for more productivity and um, money. So that's their desire. And if you're working for a corporation like that, uh, you are guiding their desires. Um, you may be working there for your own particular reasons, but you are without a doubt helping meet their desires. So it's always good to understand the desires of the people you surround yourselves with, and most importantly, question your own. Um, really go down deep into, why am I doing these things in life? Why do I choose to go left instead of right? What um, what is pushing or pulling me in that direction. Really figure out the nature of your desire and whether or not doing what you're doing is actually going to fulfill that desire. Will it actually satiate you? What does satiate you? What do you feel? Excuse me. What do you feel true fulfillment in? What activities integrate you in such a way that you actually feel whole? These are the kind of questions that are extremely enlightening, and if you delve deep into them, you'll come to realizations about yourself that you never would have thought otherwise. And really, if you go down into these questions, and you think, if I had the power to make things exactly the way I want them, and really go into it, think about it, create your own world, write it down, write out a story even. You could do this artistically if you'd like. Figure out what your dream world would be, but go into it, flesh it out, and find out if that's what you really want. Find out if that would actually satisfy you. Would that stop the questioning? Do you still want to question, or do you still want do you want to get to a point where you no longer have to question? Really think about that, and really think about if you attain something, are you going to feel really any more fulfilled if the fact of the matter is that you don't attain it? Will you feel comfortable doing what you're doing forever or until the end of your life? Will you feel content about that? Would that make you happy? And sometimes when you really go deep enough, you realize that what you were chasing actually was really in your hand. And a lot of times you'll find out that you actually really don't know what you want. You'll either find that you don't know what you want, or you'll find that you already have it. And that's something I've realized, because it seems more and more, the more I try to understand my desires and the more I chase down my desires, the more it feels like I'm a dog that's chasing my own tail over and over and over in a loop, which, can be, from a certain perspective, very depressing. But if you're no longer worried about an endpoint, then you just enjoy the desires as desires, and you can actually really start digging every moment without being attached to an outcome. And so that's really the question that I want to leave you guys with, is that find out the end point of your desire. What are you working towards? I mean, what are you playing at? Is the game is your game in life to get to that end point, or is it merely just the actual playing out of whatever it is you're doing? So anyway, hope that just stirred the pot of your mind a bit. Maybe There's some things to think about. Anyway, I'm gonna enjoy this very nice day. It's pretty brisk, but it's very sunny. I hope it's nice where you guys are at, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace.